Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Shakur, and this is your daily vitamins. So, as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Queen Shakur. You can also follow me on Twitter at DGoddess27. You can also follow the Queen Shakur fan page on Instagram and Twitter. All right. Hello, Felicia, the Conscious Room. Vince, I am from the UK. Pearly. All right. Cynthia. Hello, beloved. DeCarlo. Sage Bentley. Nisi. Okay, so let's get ready to get into it. Mr. Hotel, I see you, the undisputed queen in chat. YouTube has arrived. Absolutely. Hello, Yasef. The true royal family is in the house. Okay, Juju, I see you, beloved. Kathy, Emperor Rex. So let me get this pulled up really quick on my phone because my chat is acting crazy already. I can't see all the writing on there. Hello, Terry Hidden Silent D, Cassandra. All right, Stephen, I see you. In before the fall. Tylene, let's get into it, beloveds. Let's get into it. Everyone go ahead and hit that like button. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you in advance. Let me turn this down. Okay. So let me put on my spectacles because I'm going to have to be looking at the chat on my phone. All right. Yaya's TV's in the house. Otis, I see you. Yes, the chat is moving fast, honey. Yes, it is. So let's get into it, beloveds. All right. Hey, Ashley. Ashley said, buy wig and wiglets. I know that's right. Okay, so listen, beloveds. Let's talk about it because that shady, no good, flashy pastor, Bishop Whitehead. Yeah. He's been accused and being sued, in fact, for taking this woman's whole life savings. All right, taking $90,000 from this woman. She is suing him. Now, I want y'all to pay attention because here's the nefariousness of it all. You know, these people in our community, I keep telling y'all they have to be called out. I'm sure there are some people in his congregation who don't want to hear this. They don't want to see it. They don't want to see his name in the headlines, him all over the news media, all over the new black news media. They don't want to hear it. And no matter what you say, what you do, no matter how many receipts you drop, no matter how many people come out and sue him, accuse him of stealing, or defrauding them, some of them just aren't going to believe it. And that's woeful ignorance. I like to call it woeful niggerance when it happens in our own community. That's what I call it because some people just have cognitive dissonance and they just don't want to hear the truth. In fact, I believe that they're allergic to the truth. So I'm not talking to any of them. If you're one of those people, please leave. Please leave if you have a problem with the truth because I will continue to spew it. So let's get into it. All right. Now, here's what they're saying. Brooklyn pastor robbed during sermon, stole parishioners' savings, according to a lawsuit. This is what is being alleged. Court papers claim that $90,000 disappeared after Lamar Whitehead promised to help buy the real estate while he ran a failed campaign for Brooklyn Borough president last year. Let me tell y'all something. A lot of these fraudsters and scammers, in fact, many of them, they go out here and they get involved in these shady real estate investment deals. This is what they do. This is what they do. It is a breeding ground for fraudulent activity. And so when these people come and tell you they didn't do it, honey, that's all lies and BS. All right. So now the pastor who says he was robbed in the middle of his Sunday sermon stole the $90,000 in retirement savings from one of his own parishioners. I told you to pray on church folk. Okay, now this is a lawsuit that was filed in Brooklyn Supreme Court last year. Now, Lamar Whitehead, the bishop and leaders of Tomorrow International Churches in Carnegie, is accused of convincing 56-year-old Pauline Anderson to invest nearly her entire life savings into one of his firms. Now, with the promise that he could help her buy a home despite her bad credit history, according to court records. Now, Anderson wrote Whitehead a $90,000 cashier's check in November of 2020 and relied on him to give her $100 monthly allowances to pay for her living expenses. That sounds crazy within itself. There's no way I would have given him that kind of cash. And then he's going to give me $100 a month, please. So After months went by in early 2021 without the monthly payments or progress on the home purchase, Whitehead allegedly told Anderson that he was treating her investment as a donation to his then campaign for Brooklyn Borough President. Now he's gone from telling her he's going to help her invest and be able to get real estate, even though she's got bad credit, to now all of a sudden her money mysteriously becomes part of his campaign donations without her consent. He said he had no obligation to pay it back. That's what he told her. Like, oh, you gave me this. Mr. Whitehead fraudulently induced Miss Anderson to liquidate her entire life savings to him to pay him the investment of $90,000, promising to use the funds to purchase and renovate a house for her. That's what she says in the lawsuit. Now, Miss Anderson was instead left with nothing but a vague promise by Mr. Whitehead to pay the funds back in the future, followed by an assertion that he had no further obligation to do so. So anyway, Anderson declined to comment through a family member who said Anderson didn't want to talk because the litigation is still pending. Now, Whitehead, who shared a close relationship with Mayor Eric Adams, when Adams served as Brooklyn Borough President, he didn't bother to respond to a message left with his church on Wednesday. He has in the past served time in prison, state prison, following convictions for identity fraud and grand larceny. A message left for Whitehead's attorney wasn't immediately returned either. On Thursday, after this article was published, Whitehead told the Daily News that Anderson was being untruthful. In other words, calling her a lie. But he has a history of lying. Just pay attention. Now, her son was a member of my ministry, he says, who was removed because he was unintegral. It's a lawsuit because of who I am. Everybody that tried to sue me because of my celebrity status is just going to keep going in trying to do what they do. So she's trying to sue him because he's a celebrity? Oh, okay. And so anyway, they go on to say Whitehead, a pastor known for Instagram videos displaying his high-end taste in cars, clothes, real estate, jewelry, he's offered a $50,000 reward to information leading to the arrest of the alleged bandits. I'm pretty sure he knows who the bandits are. He can stop that. I believe it's all cap. Now, Anderson's son, Rashid Anderson, this is the woman who's suing him, Pauline Anderson. Her son, Rashid, was the one who introduced her to Whitehead shortly after she became a church parishioner in January of 2020. Now, she had just recovered from life-threatening surgery, okay, when Whitehead offered to join her on a phone call to pray for her health. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, this woman was sick, in poor health, almost died, had life-threatening surgery, had her life savings, and he conned her, allegedly. Let's just wait until the case is finished. But she's accusing him of conning her, defrauding her out of $90,000. So in July of 2020, Anderson connected with Whitehead about her desire to buy a home, seeking help from him in addressing her bad credit history and getting assistance in locating a house. Whitehead had earlier helped Rashid secure housing. Now, Rashid is her son. Now, Whitehead soon got Anderson on the phone with two money lenders who told Anderson she'd have a tough time getting a loan to buy a house. That's when he offered to help her if she would just invest her money in his firm. The court papers say that she expressed reservations because she had no other income besides her life savings. See, these people don't care. These greedy, no good, low down, praying mantis that come upon their own people and tell all these lies and scams and all these things. They don't care if they leave you homeless and destitute on the streets. They don't care if you don't have a shelter over your head, a bed to lie in, food to eat. They don't care. As long as they have money so they can flaunt their wealth that they've gotten clearly by ill-gotten gains. That's all they care about. They don't care about what you're going through, the people they prey upon. But some of y'all foolishly don't want them to be called out, but I'm going to call them. I don't care who's mad, okay? That's how it goes. Now, they say she got no receipt for the $90,000 cashier's check that she wrote to Lamar Whitehead Incorporated in November of 2020. Well, here's the thing. The receipt is on the cashier's check, right? Just like when you buy any money order, there's a receipt on there. So he didn't have to give her one. She has that as proof if she kept it. Now, after the first monthly allowance was paid out in January of 2021, Whitehead essentially disappeared and cited his campaign for Brooklyn Borough president as the reason why he was too busy. Oh, I don't have time to talk to you. I'm too busy running for Brooklyn president after he's taken her $90,000, allegedly. Now, he said Anderson's money had been invested and wasn't easy to access, according to text messages. Campaign finance records show that Anderson made a $175 donation to Whitehead's campaign on January the 10th of 2021. Now, Whitehead did not receive public matching dollars. On May the 19th of 2021, text messages submitted as evidence to the lawsuit alleged Whitehead told Anderson, and for the record, this is what he says, and for the record, anything that was given to me is a donation unless it's attached to a contract. I was making investments. That's what I do. That's what he callously told this woman after he's taken all her darn money. He gave zero else, had no remorse, and he quite frankly just threw it in her face. Just threw it in her face. I want y'all to understand how callous and how depraved these individuals who do these things, how much so they are clearly nefarious. Now, in text messages, Whitehead also addressed Anderson's son, claiming the devil was using him. In response to Anderson's she expressed her disappointment in the preacher, saying all of this because of what? Because you took my money that you refused to pay back, and now you're quoting scripture to serve your purpose. This is so offensive. And did you just go there? You said you were a man of integrity. Well, clearly he's not. Clearly he's not. But here's an email exchange or a text message exchange. And I'm going to show this to you all. But I want you all to pay attention. And the reason I want you to pay extra special care and attention to what I'm about to show you in the way of these text messages, because this is the same thing that Vicki R. Dillard, aka Wig, this is the same thing that she said. She said the documents that were being shown, the receipts that I've shown you, she said they were fraudulent. That's what she said, did she not? She literally said they were fraudulent, right? And that's what he said. I want you to pay attention to the fraudulent people who call other people who expose them frauds. Make it all make sense. I'm sure neither of them can. Neither of them can, I am so sure. But so let's go to the receipts. Okay. So this is what it says, beloveds. This is Eric and Lamar Miller. Okay, now it says, good morning, Rashid. You are a liar. Now, mind you, he's talking to the son, Rashid Anderson. That's the son of the woman who's suing him for her $90,000. Her name is Pauline Anderson. Now, good morning, Rashid. You are a liar, and I promise you God will deal with you. If you want to hire a lawyer, have them contact me. At this point, you are a liar and a deceiver. Nothing you have said is accurate. And you have a demon that only God can deal with. Now watch God's judgment on your life. And then he posts Psalms 105, verse 15. And I want y'all to pay attention, because another thing these fraudsters do is they start deflecting. They start projecting themselves onto the person that's accusing them. This is what they do. They deflect and project. Pay attention. Now he says, you are trying to make false documents by text. You will see how much God loves me. You are a liar and a deceiver. I'm in awe of how the devil is using you. However, I knew it was coming. Now beware of the hand of judgment will hit your life and everything that's connected to you. I will also send you proof and bills from people that I hired months ago to start the process of investments. And for the record, anything that was given to me is a donation unless it's attached to a contract. I was making investments. That's what I do, for the record. All of this because of what? This is what the lady says to him. All of this because of what? Because you took money that you refused to pay back, and now you're quoting scripture to serve your purpose. This is so offensive. And you did. And did you just go there? You said you were a man of integrity. Where is all of that? Where is all of this? Where is all of this? This is that. So much passive aggressive tone to your conversations. I told you already, we are not having a back and forth. This is not my style, and it shouldn't be yours as you lead followers. Think about it. Now you are actually asking God to strike my son because you both fell out with each other? Unbelievable. I don't have to tell you who you are every time you text it. Every time you text, it speaks to the heart of who you are. And that's the thing. You see, these people are wicked deep within the bowels of their being. And they are liars, pathological liars. You see, one thing about Wig is Wig, like this pastor, she will not change her story. She will not, well, she has changed her story. But what I'm saying is she won't change her lies to truth. That's what she won't do. She continues to lie and add more layers to her lies. And so does he. Very similar. But that's what fraudsters and scammers often do. I am hereby notifying you, Bishop, that as of today, you have 5 business days to return the money, May 25th, 2021, or I will be notifying the police, the press, and your campaign. So he just took that woman's money and doesn't give 0 F's, doesn't care at all. Now, in July of 2021, Whitehead apparently accidentally emailed Rashid a copy of a contract for a purchase that Whitehead was making for $4.4 million, a $4.4 million mansion in Saddle River, New Jersey. Now, the lawsuit claims that Whitehead used the $90,000 from Anderson as a down payment on the contract for that purpose, but public records show the purchase never went through. Whitehead did complete a purchase of a half block of apartments in Hartfield, Connecticut, later that year through his firm, Whitehead Estates LLC. Now, public records show borrowing $4.15 million from a Brooklyn mortgage company in December of 2021, and then boosting the mortgage to $4.5 million in February of, that was $4.1 million, and then boosted the mortgage to $4.5 million in February, $4.5 million in February 2022. Now, he also owns a home in Paramus, New Jersey, that he bought for $1.6 million in 2019, according to public records. Now, when the city paid a visit to the Paramus home on Thursday, a default notice for the Hartfield property was affixed to the front door, dated July the 25th of 2022. It declared that Whitehead had not made mortgage payments since at least June the 1st. Didn't make mortgage payments. Now, he did all this scheming and conning allegedly, right? And then didn't even keep up the payments. That's the same thing that Wig did. That's why she went to prison, because she didn't keep up those payments. And then the mortgage company got suspicious. And that's when they started delving into all that fraudulent paperwork that she cooked up along with her co-conspirators. Now, here's one of the documents right here. Let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Some of the information for privacy reasons has been redacted. There you can see it. It's dated July the 25th, just 3 days ago, 2022. Whitehead Estates LLC. Attention, Lamar M. Whitehead. Okay, it says, "Dear Sir or Madam, the firm represents lender in connection with the loan to borrower, referenced above. The loan is evidenced by a certain note dated December 10th of 2021. And so basically, this is what they sent him. Okay, he hasn't been paying his bills. That's all we need to know. We have seen that he hasn't been paying his bills. So now let's talk about this fraud and larceny of which they speak. And so Anderson isn't the first person to accuse Whitehead of defrauding them for significant sums of money. In 2016, the New York Post reported that Whitehead still owed Monterey Symphony conductor Maximo Brigado Darman $260,000 for a prior court judgment over an unpaid personal loan. That loan has also involved an alleged real estate transaction. It's always real estate involved. I want you all to pay attention. It's always something to do with real estate. Even that whole thing when Tony the Closer was going in on Jay Morrison, that was pertaining to real estate. Pay attention. Now, with that up, and mind you, that case was only dismissed because Tony the Closer didn't show up for court because he supposedly didn't get the paperwork. All right. But let me continue. Now, Whitehead previously served 5 years in Sing Sing prison for multiple counts of identity fraud and grand larceny before being released in 2013. Now, despite his checkered past, Whitehead has enjoyed a close relationship with the mayor, Eric Adams. Well, we already know about that. But so I said all that to say this, beloveds. You know, these fraudsters, most of them are very much the same. Most of these fraudsters do the same old, same old. And when they get caught and they get sentenced to prison, all they do is come out and reinvent themselves. And they start acting like someone else. They have two faces. Sometimes they have more than two. But at the end of the day, they reinvent themselves and they come up with a new way of running their whole con and their scams and frauds. That's what they do. And they continue to prey upon their own people because they know other people will not fall for their BS. But they usually, as I've told you numerous of times, tend to prey upon people that are religious, people that are into the church. This is what they do. And as you can see, Wig's targets were Black people in the church. I showed you the videos and the receipts with Archbishop Josita Williams. So now, mind you, this woman is accusing him of stealing $90,000. And how much did they say that Wig stole? Or how much did they say that I'm sorry, not actually stole? Well, I guess you could say it was stolen because they say that the check was forged. Isn't that what they said? They said that her and her cohorts forged that poor woman's check for $130,000. And that's why she filed charges or filed the civil suit against them, which didn't make it to court, apparently. But let's go to that receipt. Let's go to that receipt, beloveds. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Okay, as you can see here, you can see right here, it says on February 15th of 2006, plaintiff states that her closing check for $130,000 was forged and given to buyers. Plaintiff seeks $5 million in monetary damages for the crimes. $130,000, okay? And absolutely, Wig was one of the people that she wanted to sue. Here are the names again. Let me read them to you. This matter is before the court in its own motion for the reasons discussed below. Plaintiff's fraud and negligence claims against Land America Lawyers, title, Vicky Blaggs, Carolyn Ginsler, Vicky Dillard Crow, and Thaddeus Jackson. They will be permitted to proceed to serve. All right? So I want you to pay attention to the fact that he said that the guy he was talking to, Rashid Anderson, was in fact trying to make false documents in that text message. That's the same thing Wig said. She said these documents that I keep showing are false. Okay? I'm waiting for some of you to file those Freedom of Information Act paperwork, so you can get all of the information on Wig yourself. Now, here's another thing I wanted to show you all. Let me pull this up. So you know how I've told you numerous of times that Wig copies the Queen? Well, she copies me because she has no original thoughts of her own. She's not as intellectual as I am. She can never be. And she, quite frankly, just wants to be the queen. That's why she keeps trying to say she's the queen of receipts and saying that people called her that. People told her she was that. No, she told people she was that. Okay? She started saying she was the queen of receipts after I did. She started calling herself a goddess after I did. First of all, I'm Divine Goddess on Twitter. I have a channel, Authentic Black Goddess. And then she suddenly became the goddess guru. First of all, that sounds stupid. Why would you put the word guru with the word goddess? If you're a goddess, that means you're a female god, right? And guru, well, if you're a goddess, why do you have to also say you're a guru? It doesn't even make sense, and Wig can't make it make sense. I think that shows her level of intellect. Now, she's very intelligent, mind you, when it comes to criminality. I have to give the devil its due on that. She's very good at foreclosure, laws and all of that, because she had to fight to keep those houses and properties that she was fraudulently obtaining. Yeah. So she's smart at that. But as it comes to, real intellect, she's not. She absolutely isn't. And I want you to also pay attention because many of you know that she was trying to put me down through subliminals about having gone to college. Remember, she said, when I mentioned that I had a criminal justice degree, and all of that, she said, some of y'all spent $100,000 on college getting degrees, and you don't even have a job paying you $30,000. Remember she said that? She was clearly throwing a jab at me. First of all, she doesn't know how much I get paid at what job, but she was throwing a jab. But I find it interesting, right? Because I have a PhD, right? And so here's the thing. I find it also interesting that she now calls herself a doctor on one of her websites, Dr. Vicky Dillard. Well, Dr. Vicky Dillard, you don't have a degree to call yourself a doctor. You're being fake and fraudulent as you've always been. That's what you're doing. I have a whole PhD. I can call myself Dr. QueenAShakur. But she can't call herself that and be telling the truth. She can call herself whatever she wants and she's lying. But at the end of the day, let me just show you another receipt for how she copies me. She continues nonstop. She's so obsessed with me that it's crazy. Let me just show you. Now, you all remember days ago, in fact, I believe it was July the 17th. Let me pull this up on the screen. Yes, I'm on her neck. All right, let me pull this up on the screen, beloveds. Now, you all see that, right? That's a quote that I came up with off the top of my head while I was doing a live. Okay, and you all remember, and I said that's an original quote from the Queen. And after I finished that live, I copyrighted it. Okay, you cannot stand in truth and be aligned with the lies. QueenAShakur. Now, let me show you how Wig loves to copy the Queen. She cannot help herself. She absolutely cannot help herself. Pay attention. Now, here's what Wig has now come up with. Pay attention to this. She did this yesterday, and look where she signed it. She is so desperate to be me. Like a pilot, whenever there's turbulence, ascend higher. Vicky Dillard, a.k.a. Goddess Guru. She posted that yesterday. Someone sent it to me and said, Queen, this woman does everything you do after the fact. Pay attention. Pay attention. That's what she does. And she should call herself not Dr. Vicky Dillard. She should call herself Dr. Fraud. Okay? Dr. Witch. Matter of fact, witch doctor. I mean, ain't that a witch? I'm just saying. That's what she should do. Witch, please. I'm just saying. Make it all make sense. But hold on, because there's more. There is absolutely more. Hold on. Yes, she's pitiful. She's absolutely pathetic at this point. All right, but let me show you all this, though. This is where it gets real funny for me. Now, look at this. I want y'all to look at this and tell me, look at this. Get a good look at it. Y'all see how she slimmed out her nose? Y'all see? Now, that doesn't even look like her. That looks like Kenya Moore. That's who that looks like. It looks like Kenya Moore, but that's her. She had that picture photoshopped or something like that. She tries to say that she didn't because some of her subscribers said they were going in on her about why she did. And she said, oh, I didn't Photoshop. That's how I look. No, that's not how you look, Wig. Now, this is her big nose right here. Like Messy Miles said that she needs a bra on her nose. And then this is the nose that she wants to have, a white nose. Or shall I say a nose like the Queen? Doesn't that look like the Queen's nose? Doesn't that look like my nose? I'm sorry. Make it all make sense, Wig. I'm sure you cannot. Hold on. I want y'all to pay attention. I'm really serious. Doesn't that look like my nose? Pay attention. That looks like my nose, right? Let me take off my glasses. Doesn't that look like my nose? I'm so serious. Like for real, for real. Doesn't that look like my nose? Say what now, Wig? But her foolish people keep saying, I'm jealous of her. I'm hating on her. Honey, please. She really wants to be me. I don't care what she says. It's so obvious. She's obsessed. This is single black female. She literally tries to have a nose that looks like mine. Or maybe it's a European nose. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to have a European nose. But at the end of the day, that's not how her nose really looks. But hold on. Let's look at another one because it all gets so ridiculous. Now, this one's even worse. Look at this one. Look at her chin. Look at the length of her chin on this and on this. It's so obvious that she had something. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not even on the screen. Hold on. Let me put it on the screen. It is so ridiculous. I absolutely cannot with Wig. Now, look at that. Look at the length of her chin right here. It's obvious that's not really her chin. Like, Wig, give it all up. Now, she's got my nose, someone else's chin, and an Asian woman's eyes. Look at it. Look how big her eyes are right here, but right here they're slanty. This woman is crazy. I really think that she's suffering from an identity crisis. Let me say she's allegedly crazy. I haven't diagnosed her because I'm not a psychologist, but I would like to think that she has to be crazy. Who else would do such things? Make it all make sense. Now, I'm sorry. Here's another. Hold on. Here's another. Let me pull this up on the screen. None of these pictures actually look like who she really is. And that's just facts. Mr. Hotel said heavily doctored pics. Yes, it's so ridiculous at this point. Judah Queen said Asian wig. Right, but she's supposed to be pro-black. She's supposed to be so pro-black, but you're trying to have Asian people's eyes, a European nose, or either the queen's nose. Either way, it's not working because that's her nose right there. You know, I mean, like, make it all make sense. And so anyway, I absolutely cannot. That's what I can't do. I absolutely cannot. But hold on. I want y'all to hear something. Hold on. I just am over it at this point. I mean, it's so obvious who's jealous of who. That's all I'm saying. It's so obvious who's hating on who. That's all I'm saying. I make a quote, and here she comes days later making a quote. And here's the thing. If she did any of these things prior to me doing it, well, that would be one thing. But she does it all after the fact. Clearly, she's copying. Like, make it all make sense. I absolutely cannot. And she's calling herself a doctor. Pay attention. Dr. Vicky Dillard. She's calling herself a doctor because I'm Dr. Shakur. All right? Please. Anyway. What else can I say, honey? Hold on. Let me see if I can find this guy's video. I want y'all to hear this. Because this guy went in on Wig better than I ever could. Wig tried to talk trash about him. I want y'all to pay attention. She's always trying to play the victim, but she was talking trash about this guy, and then he came back on her with a fury. Okay? Pay attention. Let me pull this up. I'm going to play the audio. Wiggy Azalea. Exactly, right? Yes, Dr. Wannabe. Absolutely. She is so fake. Like, be yourself. Hold on. I want y'all to hear this.
Speaking with a few of my friends, I realized that I really don't have to respond to negativity. I know a lot of y'all are here because of my Instagram post where I said I was going to read the war on Vicky Dillard head. But after speaking with a few of my friends, I realized that I really don't have to respond to negativity. I don't have time for negativity. Yes, I do. I got a little time for it, girl. I got a little time for it today. Now, for those of y'all who don't know who Vicky Dillard is, don't worry, don't stress. I didn't know who she was either. One of my cousins showed up in my DMs like, disgusted. B-I-T-C-A. Her words, not mine. Trying to comfort you. Watch this video. Listen to the minds of the public. Watch this. Somebody else said, this brother who says Mississippi, I'm not sure what in Mississippi, because I'm from Mississippi. This brother who said that says, I went to his page. He said he's Mississippi, Miles Ashley. I think that tells us a lot right there. His name is Miles Ashley. He's a content creator. Okay, this makes no sense. This picture is the picture he done posted that telling Monique. Hold on, let me get it together. Miles, this is the one that told Monique to delete it. Okay? Said from Mississippi. Boy, I'm going to stand with that. But in his post, he says, Mississippi Aquarius content creator, Black Lives Matter. And then he said Black Trans Lives Matter. So I think we know what's up with that. He told Monique, delete it. Yeah, she's homophobic. Now, mind you, she did all that in that video because I commented under Monique's post saying, oh, girl, Monique, delete this. That post where Monique posted that young lady in that airport with the shorts on, and I think she had like a tank top, and I think she had a bonnet on, and she was a heavyset girl. And the only reason why I put that post, why I said that under that post, because I felt like the picture was doing more harm than good. People were under the damn post talking about the girl. They was fat shaming her. They was calling her ghetto and hood. And so many people under the post was talking about her. And y'all, ain't nobody giving no solutions. Ain't nobody giving no resolution, child. Ain't nobody, we just talking about her. Don't nobody know her situation. We don't know what she going through. None of it. We just talking about her. So I felt like it was doing more harm than good. I'm not saying I disagree with Monique or what anybody was saying. What I'm saying is the picture itself, I felt it was doing more harm than it was good. And you did all that because I said delete the picture. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna read me. Let me show you how to read. Let me show you what we finna do. And I thought about this. I said I could have went about this several different ways. I could have went the Tabitha Brown way. Hello there. Hey, how y'all doing? Y'all all right? I was in my kitchen making lemonade. That's why I got my lemon shirt on. And my phone started ringing. And they said, you on Vicky Dilla? I said, oh my God, I'm on Vicky Dilla. And people were sending me videos. And I watched the video. I said, oh my God, the pain this woman's scalp must be in. The pain this woman's edges must be in to look that way. First of all, Vicky Dilla, God bless you. God bless you and your scalp. And then I said, no, that's not me. That's not my brand. I'm not Tabitha Brown. My name is Messy Mouse. You don't know that, Vicky, but you about to find out. First of all, Vicky, let me get one thing clear to you other than that bald spot sitting in the middle of your head. You can't embarrass me. Okay? You can't embarrass me. Okay? When you confident in who you are and what you are, you can't embarrass me, sweetie, sister. You can't do that. You tried to come from a name, and when you go to my Instagram, it don't say Miles Ashley. My Instagram says Miles Ashley Harris Jr. Maybe if you move some of that wool back, put in a ponytail or something, you can read and comprehend. Because my Instagram don't just say Miles Ashley. That's not an alias. That's not something I made up. That says Miles Ashley Harris Jr., which means I'm named after my father. My father's name is that as well. See, what you was trying to do with your homophobic undertones was imply to your fans and your viewers that I'm gay, but you don't have to imply that because that's what I am. I'm not embarrassed by that. I'm very proud of who I am. So you didn't have to say that. They can go to my Instagram and see I'm gay, baby. That's no secret. And then you want to get up on your platform, on your YouTube platform, and talk about my titties. Girl, don't get mad at me because my titties are sitting up like a newborn baby in a car seat and your raisinets are shriveled up. Don't get mad at me. Now, Vicky, if you're going to come for somebody, you need to make sure your look is at 100%. Because I'm watching this video as you talking about me, and I'm like, why is she even speaking? Because you're not giving what is supposed to be gave. Not when you sit up here looking like Bob Black Sheep, have you in the wool. Yes, sir, one head fool. I know she not talking about me. They just letting anybody upload any kind of video, any kind of way. What's going on YouTube nowadays? Then posted a whole picture of me for your YouTube subscribers to see. Girl, I'm serving. I look good. Unlike yourself, look at your hair. It don't move, baby. Did you use Gorilla Glue? It don't move. It don't move. How is you coming from me? I'm not understanding. So since we like to post pictures for the viewers to see, I went to your Instagram and we're going to show a few of your pictures. How about that? You care to explain this picture to my followers and to my subscribers? What is going on in this Instagram post?
Hold on. Can y'all see the picture he's talking about? I hope y'all can see. That's the picture he's going in on her about. Anyway, let me continue.
Right here. Okay, let's start at the top of the head. Why is your braids sliding off like that? Why are they slipping, sliding records right there? What is going on with your hair? Why is your braids falling off the bone like meat? What is going on? What happened? You talking about my titty, but it's your nose that need a bra. Why? What happened? I know your nickname got to be $1 because your teeth are buck. What's going on with the teeth, baby? Why are you smiling like they got all your skin in a rubber band in the back of your neck? And what do the hell do NL stand for? Not Louis? Why you even got this on? I know you hot. What happened? And why they got the zip in the front? What you praying for? I hope it's a hair appointment. What's going on? All this rouge on your cheek. No. Let's rate this outfit. Looking like a Mortal Kombat character. Child. Now it was this one for me.
Now this, hold on, let me let you all see this. This is a picture he's talking about. Y'all see that? He's about to go in on her neck. Like I got my foot on it, but continue.
You want to be Reba Jackson so bad. What you going without this jean on? I know you hot. And there go your hair again, just as shiny as it want to be. And why do your neck got a pussy? What is going on right here? And there go that smile again. It's just like they got a whole fist of your skin wrapped up in a knot in the back of your neck, girl, with all this jean on. It just made me think about that joke. What are the Mario Brothers overalls made out of? Denim. Girl, don't put that back on no more. Don't put that back on no more. When you take it out, throw it in the garbage. Throw it in the garbage, Vicky.
Now he just roasted her for filth, and he had every right to do so. Okay, and she is so fake and fraud and such a copier. Like she has to literally do everything I do. Like it's annoying. Now y'all think it's a game. Y'all think it's a game, right? If I go down the list of things that she has copied from the Queen, and there are receipts to prove it. Now I showed y'all the video footage from where the videos were time-stamped when I did things and said certain talking points, and she went right behind me and used the same talking points. Make it all make sense, wig. I'm sure you cannot. Now she's copying me, trying to make quotes because the Queen made a quote. Then she's called, hold on, I got something else for y'all. I almost forgot about this, honey. This is also nefarious. Somebody sent this to me last night. She was on Dr. Ma'at's channel last night, and she was on there trying to act like she was Rizza Islam. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. Hold on, let me see if I can find this, honey. She was literally trying to act like she was the equivalent of Rizza Islam, acting like she'd been fighting so hard and tenaciously about the venom, and acting like they censored her because of it. Now, she did one little story about the venom where she was talking about Tyler Perry getting that BET series special, you know, about the venom and all that, trying to get folks to get it. That's all I heard her say. She might have said a thing or two, but she didn't really go in on it, honey, please. If she did, her channel should be taken down like Rizza's, right? But she's sitting there trying to act like she goes so hard in the paint. I absolutely cannot with wig. Hold on. Let me see if I can find. Here it is, right here. Yep.
So she was trying to get it our consciousness. Come on. It has to do with what? Your thinking, yes? Yeah, you've learned each. Yes, ma'am. Well, and in that particular clip, she talked about $10 million. But we know they lied to us, yes? Yes.
Listen to her preach.
But what about the censorship of them? But they feel like our words need to be censored. When I was on Fly Nubian, when I was on Dr. Boyce, it was the main Fly Nubian queen, Vicky Dillard, that was responsible for the times y'all didn't see us for a week. And then look, Dr. Boyce slipped over one of his platforms talking about, but it was Vicky's, I said, oh, I didn't know you was the whole wide world, this, bro, like this. I found out through somebody else, but they said I said, oh, well, we like you just gonna put you ain't gonna let nobody just think this, so you just gonna I'm being funny with you guys. You know, wait, no, baby, don't take this crazy. Now come on, being funny. Because I always want to start a drum because I have my own platform now. We're not doing that, you know. Right. So this was what we were used to. Some folks don't know for a while. Why Vicky don't bless the gifts no because they demonetize us. Long. Same here. I'm not monetized. Same here. So when you were seeing me on the different platforms and stuff, and some of my videos was up on the other places he was and that one sometimes would get into wherever he was putting it would get in trouble. So we see this. When you mentioned it, it reminded me, I pulled this up right now, I did a show on this. You see this publication?
Now, I want y'all to pause for a second. I want y'all to pay attention. Now, she's saying that the Fly Living Queen channel got demonetized because of only her and this, that, and the third. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. When I was on Fly Living Queen, she said they got banned because of her. Here's the thing. When I was on there, they actually got banned for a week because I haven't seen them be banned often. But I remember they got banned for a week, and she lied and told her audience that they got banned because of her video. And she even told people to email YouTube and go in about it, right? But that wasn't the truth. The reason they had gotten banned was they had a copyright strike or something. They'd used actually somebody else's video, like for a political thing or whatever. Because I specifically was talking to Taryn, who is the producer over there. And I asked her, why is Vicky lying and saying that the channel got banned for a week because of her video? Her video is still up. I said, if you get banned, your video comes down. So why is she lying? And Taryn said, oh, I think she made a mistake. I think she thought that her video was the reason. She didn't think. She was just lying and clout chasing, just like she's doing now. Pay attention. And in fact, Tina Berry, Straight No Chaser with the Queen, she was going in a whole lot harder than Wig ever did on Fly Nubian Queen. Okay, please. The receipts are still there.
First draft, come on. I had to sit there, had the CEO on this platform. I think Dr. Claudia or Dr. Claudia, I had it, but yeah, first draft, yep. Because I was talking to them about, misinformation, disinformation, and all of that, yep. Yeah. The author, Jacqueline Mason, who's a black-looking lady, light-skinned sister, I looked her up. You see the headline of this piece they did? Let me see if I can. How the extremist organization. Without saying the word. Oh, God. I did just say misinformation. Oh, please don't flag the video. Misinformation through. Yes. Watch this. Watch this. Again, we won't say the word. So they, even though I'm not formally a part of the nation anymore, but I can still keep. You can't tell me nothing about Mr. Vinegar, whether he can claim me or not. Okay?
Hold on, let me fast forward. So
in a certain way, you see, giving misinformation. It was the people years ago that was calling me publicly. Vicky, she the queen of receipts. Vicky, go deep on your ship, throw out a bow on the page.
now, nobody called her the Queen of Receipts until she said she was the Queen of Receipts. I want y'all to pay attention. She said it was the people long time ago calling me the Queen of Receipts. Nobody was calling her no Queen of Receipts. She never had no receipts. And if she was the Queen of Receipts, how come she's not showing any receipts now? How come all she's doing is giving us lip service? How come she hasn't shown not one receipt to prove or disprove what I said about her? She's not the Queen of Receipts. I'm the Queen of Receipts, and that's why I keep dropping them on her head. Let's go.
Next minute, she's sitting there laughing and bamming the gavel. I go in and out with what I do. And so, in this instance, no, baby, I was using his own words, and I was connecting the dots based on what he said. Wasn't that interesting? And you tried to label me as misinformation, and your sister was careful never to even use the words. I never even got deep into the subjects of any of what they were putting in the posters. I never got into none of that stuff. I said, let's talk about the other stuff. I was getting off on stuff, but remaking hip hop songs to get you to take it. They won't cut us a check, but they're giving you gas money to go get it. And they're giving you all kinds of other incentives and different things. I stayed on subjects like that, saying that some of that stuff is kind of disrespectful. So this is what I'm trying to get folks to see. And so this used to be the first thing that popped up if you put in the search engine on Google, Vicky Dillon, and the C word. Now it's the second. It's still one of the top ones that come up when you put my name in the C word. That's what this is about. And so that's what I want people to see. So that's why, Black family, let me tell you something. There is no Black organization that didn't experience complete destruction or some form of separation without there being somebody Black looking that participated in the undoing of that person with that organization. If our open enemies are the ones that's already falsely labeling us, silencing us, and this is one of the things I tweeted out just recently. I said, Black family, we cannot sit here and talk about how mainstream media silences us and the Black bones and biscuits don't respect us when we don't even repost or retweet or even mention our other brothers and sisters' names that we know about.
Now she's talking about people not reposting and retweeting. The reason she's saying that is because nobody's reposting and retweeting her these days. Ever since her manager of her fan page left and her other moderator, they were the main ones reposting and retweeting her stuff, okay? Specifically, Angel Love was. So with that all been said, nobody's doing that now. That's what she's been doing this for the past few days, begging people to retweet and repost and trying to use the guys that if we don't do it, nobody's going to do it. Trying to make it like nobody's retweeting or reposting the new Black media's post. But really it's her post and nobody's retweeting. Okay, because she's being exposed and she'll continue to be so. That's what the problem is with her. But Vicky, you are looking like a loser and a liar. That's what she is, a loser and a liar. Absolutely. She's no different, beloveds, than Bishop Lamar Whitehead. She's no different. They both defrauded their own people and went to prison for it. They both tried to appeal it, right? The decisions, they tried to appeal it by claiming ineffective counsel. It didn't work for either of them. And then they both have now found other ways to defraud their own people, ways that won't get them locked up, all right? By selling things like fake ATM cards and keys to the kingdom and all of that. I'm just saying, make it all make sense. But hold on. Hold on. Let me pull up this other receipt. That's all I'm saying. Like, she literally cannot make it make sense. All right? That's what you can't do. Now, everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Thank you in advance. So let me just scroll down. Then I'm going to share my screen so you all can see this. Now, I want y'all to pay attention because this is very pertinent, because she has said numerous of times over and over again, until we were all tired of hearing it clearly, that she was sent to prison on trumped up charges, that she didn't do those things. So she didn't commit 16 counts of felonies. She didn't commit 8 counts of bank fraud and 8 counts of wire fraud. She didn't do that. So I want y'all to pay attention. I'm going to share my screen. Likes up, everyone, please like and share. Another receipt being dropped. Pay attention. Okay, I hope you all can see that. Now, I'm going to start at this last paragraph right here. As we have noted, that's where I'm reading from. Okay, so you all can follow along. So as we have noted, the district court concluded that Crow, that's Vicki Dillard Crow, did not demonstrate prejudice for 2 related reasons. Because there was no evidence remotely suggesting that the transactions that formed the basis of counts 9 through 16 of the indictment did not involve the use of interstate wires. So let me say that again. There was no evidence, beloveds. There was none. No evidence that even remotely suggested that the transactions that formed the basis of counts 9 through 16 of the indictment did not involve the use of interstate wires, because it did involve the use of interstate wires. That's why she was convicted of 8 counts of wire fraud. Counts 9 through 16. But let me continue, because here's the good part. Notably, Crow does not dispute either of these conclusions. Well, she didn't dispute it. That means she didn't deny it. Beloveds, if she didn't dispute it, that means that she didn't deny it. So if she didn't deny it in court, why is she denying it now? Because she's a liar and a fraud and a con and a scam artist. I said it. Now, if it's defamatory and I'm lying, wig, file those papers to sue me for defamation, libel, and slander. Yes, she's a wig in sheep's clothing, Lillian, absolutely. Yes, she's delusional, says my Aunt Egypt. Says she's very delusional in her mind. She didn't do no wrong, but her slick tongue like snake in the Garden of Eden. Yes. Now, I want y'all to pay attention, because she said that it was all fraudulent and trumped up charges. She said that she was a whole political activist fighting for truth and justice and freedom for Black folk. That's what she's been saying for at least 4 years. But you mean to tell me when she was in that courtroom, she didn't dispute this? Let's go back to the footage. Let's go back to the receipt. Let's go back to it. Notably, Crow does not, make sure you all can see that. Okay. Notably, Crow does not dispute either of these conclusions. But here's what she did dispute. Now, I want y'all to pay attention. Instead, she argues that her trial counsel stipulation was per se prejudicial because it left her entirely without counsel in contesting the elements of the wire fraud offenses to which the trial counsel stipulated. So in other words, she could not deny those wire fraud transactions that she made, but she was instead trying to blame it on her counsel for being ineffective. But a review of the record on appeal clearly establishes that Crow's trial counsel did not entirely fail to subject the prosecution's case to meaningful adversarial testing, as would be necessary for us to properly dispense with the necessity of Crow making a specific showing of prejudice. Now, with that all being said, goes on to say United States versus Chronic. They say, indeed, that's the case right there that they were referring to. Now, instead, or indeed, aside from the stipulated jurisdictional element, the record establishes that Crow's trial counsel vigorously represented Crow in challenging the government's evidence on the wire fraud counts. Let me say that again, because she said they were ineffective. It says, indeed, aside from the stipulated jurisdictional element, the record establishes that Crow's trial counsel vigorously represented Crow in challenging the government's evidence on the wire fraud counts. That means they fought like hell to get those counts dropped, but they couldn't because there wasn't even remotely any evidence to suggest that it wasn't done. Because in fact, it was done, beloveds. Particularly the key question of whether Crow acted with specific intent to defraud or obtain money or property by means of false pretenses, representations, or promises. Consequently, we conclude that Crow has failed to establish that she is entitled to a new trial on the basis of her ineffective assistance of counsel claim. Now, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not going to work. You see, here in the Queen's Court, the royal court, we have found Wig guilty of lying, being a pathological liar, a whole fraud, a kind of a scam artist, and clearly nefarious in the first degree. All right? In the first degree. So with that all being said, I'm sorry, where's the lie? Where was the lie? What is she talking about? She didn't do this. I'm just saying, she didn't even dispute it. Rather than trying to dispute those counts 9 through 16, she merely tried to blame it on her counsel. That's what she did. And alas, I think I've proven yet again that she's nothing but a liar. I want y'all to pay attention. Anybody who lies that relentlessly, anybody who sticks to these lies and gives no atonements, shows no empathy, sympathy, or remorse for the victims that they left behind, and in fact has made new victims, and I've had 3 of them on my stage, and I'll have another on my stage on Friday or Saturday. All right? Saturday, another one of Wig's victims. So I want y'all to pay attention. Now, these victims sadly can't put her, take her to court because actually what she did is legal, but it's still a whole con. If you sell someone an ATM card with a list of incantations for them to read aloud 30 days in a row, and you promise them that their life is never going to be the same, because that's what she tells people. Your life will never be the same. Well, I guess she's right in that aspect because they've probably never been conned, all right, like this before. All right? So, yes, Mr. Hotel says they were the victims. Absolutely, you were, beloved. Absolutely, you were. If you all only knew how many of her former subscribers have sent me receipts, documentation, all sorts of emails, DMs, and all of that, saying the things that she's done to them, you would not, those of you who doubt or don't want to believe, you would not be sitting there if you have good common sense and empathy and sympathy for your fellow B1 people and family. You would not be sitting here trying to say that I'm a hater. You would not be sitting here trying to defend her because there is no defense. There is no defense. And that's why she lost in court, right? And that's why she's losing right now. Because she's still doing the same old same, just a legal way to do it. That's all these people do. Like I said, her and the Bishop Lamar Whitehead, all these fraudulent devils do is prey on Black people in the Black community and take whatever they can from you so they can go ball out and live lavish, riding around in fancy cars, draped in diamonds and all that, trying to stay in fancy, ritzy hotels, taking pictures with money blowing up in the air and all that. That's what they do. That's what they do, beloveds. So with that all being said, I'm going to conclude this broadcast. But at the end of the day, I absolutely had to let that be known. You know, and there's more information coming soon. So stay tuned, beloveds. There's more information coming soon. I mean, the nefariousness of wig continues. Okay? The nefariousness of wig continues. And that's just what it is. So hold on for a second. Let me pull this up. Everyone, please like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. I was trying to pull up. Hold on. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can pull this up. Now, listen. So one of my subscribers, in fact, it was Mr. Hotel, sent me a video. I'm trying to see if I can make this video play on this. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this to play real quick. I'm so mad I can't get it to play. Hold on. Let me see if I can open it in another thing. Hold on. Anyway, with that all being said, I'm going to try to figure that out. But yeah, so you see that the lies and the whole con continue. All right? That the lies and the whole con continue. I mean, it never stops. It absolutely never stops, beloveds. All so nefarious. Hold on one second. Everyone, please get those likes up. Please like and share. Moderators, could you please drop the link to the spiritual channel and also to the backup channel in the chat? Please make sure you drop those. If you could be so kind, beloveds. Thank you in advance. Well, I'm trying to see if I can get this pulled up. Okay, let's see if it's going to play now. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if it's going to play now. Okay. It's not working. It is not working for some reason. I really want to show you all that. Oh, y'all child said good they've been exposed. Yes, absolutely. They need to be. They're a whole detriment to our community. They're absolutely a detriment to our community. I'm so mad I can't get this to play. So I wanted you all to see Mr. Hotel's beautiful little niece who was singing my song. Right? Wig Tang Clan forever. Okay, how about for never? How about that, beloveds? All right. So anyway, honey, I can't get it to play. I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe I'll be able to find it later. But anyway, it was very cute. You know what? I tell you what I'll do. I'm just gonna let y'all hear it because I can't. I wanted y'all to see her beautiful little face though, but I can't get it to play on my computer for some reason. It's asking me for some type of code or whatever. But I'll just let y'all hear it. Hear the video. Terrence says, give us the link. Hold on just a moment. Queen, remember Vicky Tricky? Hold on, let me put this up on the screen. All right. Remember Vicky Tricky Dicky Madoff the same way Bernie Madoff did. Absolutely. Right? Absolutely. What's the difference? I'm sorry, there is none. There is no difference. Okay, I got it. I was able to send it to my Instagram. Okay, so now I can just pull up my Instagram channel. All right, so let me pull that up. Everyone get those likes up. Like and share, beloveds. Y'all know they be hating on the queen, honey. They be trying to keep people out the broadcast. You got people false flagging, which they're going to be sued, just so they know. All right. They are absolutely going to be sued. And so with that all being said, hold on. Okay, here we go. All right, so let me go to my Instagram so you all can see this video. But like I said, beloveds, make sure you don't forget to follow that spiritual channel too. Queen Amadai TV, more than meets the third eye, okay? Here we go. Likes up, everyone, please. Like and share. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell. Click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right.
Queen, I'm a die. I'm a die.
Say bye, Queen.
Bye. Queen.
Now that's so sweet. Hold on. Is that the channel you screamed? Oh, no. No, Otis. How do you even remember that? No, that was the paranormal channel, beloved. That was the paranormal channel. Okay, hold on. Let me show that again because I have a better view so you can see her face.
Queen. Queen. I'm a die. I'm a die.
Say bye, Queen.
Bye.
She's so precious. Okay, I was trying to show her whole face, but she is so beautiful. So thank you, Mr. Hotel, for sending me that yesterday. That made my day. All right, so here's the thing. Yes, she absolutely is sick, honey. You have to be sick to keep telling all these nefarious lies that nobody with common sense or critical thinking skills is ever going to believe. And then sitting up there on that woman's show last night, just telling all those lies, trying to act like she's a whole Rizla Islam, acting like she got censored because she was going in so hard about the venom. Honey, please sit down somewhere, wig. All right. Sit down somewhere, wig. So like I said, I'm going to continue to expose her. And there's more receipts where that came from. Like I keep telling y'all, like she thinks it's a game. And here's the thing. You know, I really think that she's so obsessed with me. And I also think that she is so caught up into copying everyone else that she doesn't even know how to stop. She has no original thoughts. Now, the fact that she went ahead and did this little fake quote, and it sounds so ridiculous. Let me read it again just for a laugh. She says, like a pilot, whenever there's turbulence, ascend higher. I'm sorry. Say what now, wig? Like a pilot, whenever there's turbulence, ascend higher. That is the worst rendition of any type of quote. Tara said wig slam. Okay, Mr. Hotel said it does sound thrown together. It was. It's a nefarious grasp or a nefarious attempt to try to do what I'm doing. And she absolutely cannot. Now, I want y'all to pay attention, though, because here's what's really funny about this whole thing. Here's what's really hilarious. You see, the quote that I came up with on this live was not even not even something I had to think about. I literally just said it as I was talking. And literally just popped out off top of my head. She literally sat down, I'm sure, for hours. Oh, that Queen Amadaya, she's at it again. She's made a quote about me. She's made a quote about me. So now let me make up a quote about her. What do I say? Or what do I say? Oh, I know I've got it. By George, I think I've got it. Like a pilot, when there's turbulence, ascend higher. And she really thought she did something when she said that. I promise you, she really thought that she had created a whole masterpiece. Wig, please. That doesn't sound like anything anyone with sense would ever want to repeat. Meanwhile, and I hope she didn't copyright it like I did mine, because honey, nobody's going to be saying that quote. Trust me and believe. Right? Oh, my goodness. Anyway. Also nefarious. I'm just saying, honey. But I will say this again, the famous quote from the Queen. You cannot stand in truth and be aligned with lies, beloved. That's what you can't do, Wig. All right, she is so fake. Like, just be yourself. I'm tired of these wigs on the plane. Says Otis. Okay. I mean, how many brain cells did it take for her to come up with that? I'm sorry, but you know what? And here's another thing I'm going to say in closing. And this is just me being petty again. Messy Miles pointed out something that made me stop and think about why she's always in my chat under an alias. And I do believe that's her. Allegedly that's her. But I believe it absolutely is her. In my chat talking about Queen, what do you have under your head wrap? You know why I think she was so concerned about what was under my head wrap before I showed the picture showing exactly what was under there? It's likely because she has those balding spots in the top of her head. I mean, you heard what Miles said, right? Those braids are barely hanging on for dear life. I'm just saying. And so please, sit down somewhere, Wig, and quit trying to act like somebody's hating on your bald-headed self. With that all being said, Pata Almond Ross said she's in her now. I bet she is. Okay? Oh my goodness, y'all are too much. But anyway, with that all being said, my time is up for the day. I want to wish you all peace, love, and prosperity. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive and constructive, never destructive. Remember to keep the Most High first in your life. Don't be like Wig and keep the lies and nefariousness first in your life, because that's all she does. Lies and frauds and scams and cons. And clearly trying to be like Nature Boy too. Pay attention. Nature Boy's cult is called Carbon Nation. And now she's calling her cult hashtag Vicky Nation. I mean, I'm sorry, but those people seem to be a cult. I don't care what anyone says. They all seem to be a cult. The people that are still following her and still sitting there acting like she's not a whole liar and a whole witch and doing all this nefarious stuff, like she's not mixing the truth with lies to confuse you, just as the devil himself does. Those people who are sitting there buying her volcanic coffee made from virgin volcanoes that her and Terrain Hicks are selling or whatever, those people clearly have lost their minds and sipped the Kool-Aid one time too many. That's all I'm saying, honey. Okay? And they have to be a cult. Otherwise, why would they be so foolish as to still believe her foolishness? I'm just saying. They can't make it make sense. And let me say this. This is another thing too. Hold on. I really should have shown you all this. On my Twitter thing last night, one of her people tried to go in on me. But in doing so, I want y'all to pay attention. One of her people literally tried to go in on me last night on Twitter. But in doing so, they actually went in on her, which I found to be so hilarious. Now I'm going to tell you what they said. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. So here it is. Let me just pull it up so y'all can see it, honey. Let me go to my Twitter feed. I'm going to pull this up. I have time today. I hope you all do too. Let me just pull this right on up. Okay. And thanks to all of you who have been sharing my quote. And the reason I had to get it copyrighted as soon as I got off live that day is because I thought Wig would steal it. But rather than stealing it, she went and made up her own, which is clearly nefarious and it sounds so ridiculous. But let me share my screen so you all can see what this person had all this to say. Likes up, everyone. Please like and share while I share my screen. Here we go. Make sure you all can see that. Okay, so I posted this picture of her. Now, these are pictures that she herself has posted. Well, this actually is her on a live stream, a screenshot from her live stream that someone sent me, and along with this. And so I made it into a little collage or whatever. But let me just show you, and I posted it on my Twitter. Now, let me just tell you what I said first before I tell you what her little friend said. I said, what the F is wrong with wig? She has Asian eyes and straightened out her nose. How are you pro-black but trying to fake European features? Make it all make sense. Instead of Lil Kim, it's Lil Wig. Okay, so that's what I said. Now, someone says, I thought it was someone else. Oh, no, she didn't. Maybe it's a disguise. If she don't get them funds to pay the feds, she will be Wig on the run. Okay, now, somebody said, after reading this thread, I am floored and done with the nefarious shenanigans. I can't. That was Vince I Am from the UK saying that and posting this meme. And this is what somebody else posted. I absolutely cannot. Nah, that's big wig. Call it wiggy. She getting wiggy with it. I noticed she looked different as well, but I thought it was just me. That's what someone else says. Now, here's what her subscriber said. I want y'all to pay attention. This is what her subscriber said. This is her subscriber, and this is what he said to me. Someone who calls themselves I Am 333 says, I don't know the chick on the left in your post, but it's quite blurred. But this is my sister Vicky here, and she does have an illness that she's battling at D Goddess 27. Where are your people from? And here was my response. So this, yeah, he's right. But I want you to pay attention because he said, or she or he, they said, I don't know who the chick on the left is. So you mean to tell me they didn't know who she was? That's how you know it doesn't look anything like her. Now, here's my response. I said, what does her illness have to do with her photoshopping her own pic to look like a darn Negro peon? No one is even talking about her illness. You're trying to paint a false narrative. Where are you from? Now, because he brought up her illness, he or she, they brought up the illness, talking about she has an illness she's trying to deal with. What does that have to do with anything? I've never, not once ever, made any fun of her illness, nor would I ever. All right? That's hitting below the belt as far as I'm concerned. But I wouldn't make fun of her illness because any of us could get sick. I don't take that as a joke. But I will, in fact, call her out on her BS, and I will point out all of her lies, right? That's what I will do. And I will hurl truth at her falsehoods, all right, till I knock them on out. That's what I'll do. So with that all being said, yes, Val Ritz said, Queen, it's truly obsession. Yes, it is. It absolutely is. I mean, she's walking around here trying to make her nose look like mine now, copying quotes. I mean, just doing all sorts of nefarious, foolish things. At this point, I don't know what we can do for her other than pray for her. I've been praying for her every day that she'll change her wicked, deceitful, lying ways. And I want to remind her that, Wig, you're not the queen of receipts. Nobody called you that but yourself. You called yourself that first, and then people mimicked what you said. Nobody gave you that title. You made that title for yourself after I called myself the queen of receipts. And here's the thing. What the people have deemed her is the queen of deceit. That's what you all said. So that's what you all called her. So I'm just saying, hashtag buy wig, honey. I don't have time. Let me out of here. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your evening. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. I hope you all have a blessed and prosperous evening. And until next time, beloveds, I will talk to you all again soon. All right. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.
in order for you and me to devise some kind of method or strategy to offset some of the events or a repetition of the events that have taken place here in Los Angeles recently, we have to go to the root. We have to go to the cause. Dealing with the condition itself is not enough.
Dear Mr. Massa, I'm just trying to mind my own business. What's the matter? It's just another day, another black king captured. I'm about to lose my brain, stuck inside this ghetto rapture. I got a lot of smoke. If you want it, you can have it. They want a hat trick, but this is black girl magic. Ain't talking about the kind that'll make you disappear, but I'm talking about the power of the melanin within. Ain't looking for trouble, but I'ma say this one time. I put 2 dukes up if you try to touch mine. We still want justice for Samir and Trayvon. You say you don't see color, but racism ain't blind. They targeting little kids whose skin look just like mine. So I'm paranoid, it's a war zone outside. And I'm a black queen, so if you ask me to step out of my car, you gon' have to snatch me. Cause I ain't going no damn well. Had to spend my whole life living unfair. Ancestors got my back and they right here. You can never understand, it's a nightmare. Living in my black shoes by the black rules. You can keep your handshake, I don't dap coon. The white man to go nuts if he cash you. But you all on his side like a damn fool. Make it make sense.
We are oppressed.
Queen.
We are exploited. We are downtrodden.
Make it make
Queen.
We are
sense.
denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.
oppression and exploitation
Queen.
away from us or aside from us is come together
Queen.
against the common enemy. Who taught you to hate the texture of your
Ahmadiyah.
hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin?
Ahmadiyah.
Parents, pay attention to the books, the school system, even to your little children. Lies mixed with wisdom. His skin too bright, so he was blind to the prison. My skin just right, so I collide with division. You trying to pray to God, but we tired of religion. No savior saving, we got to save our savings. We used to pay miss, how we gon' make the slave rich? But who's to blame, and tell me why you complaining? We need a team effort just to rule the nation. Like a bad relationship, missing communication. We missing moderation. They're trying to get a poison to my population. No reparations, I'm getting tired of Satan.
We are oppressed.
I'm
Queen.
getting tired of waiting.
We are downtrodden.
Queen.
We are denied not only civil rights, but even human rights.
Ahmadiyah.
So the only way we're going to get some of this
Ahmadiyah.